In this video, we will have a quick demo on how can our system be scalable. Our system can be scalable in two aspects. One is we can add or delete nodes in the CouchDB clusters. The other is we can have one or more milestone harvesters to stream the milestone data. For this demo, we will use Ansible milestone part to show the scalability of our system. For example, here we want to deploy two milestone harvesters. One aims the socials on the milestone social server. The other aims the milestone Australia server. To deploy the two harvesters, we just need to run the share file in the Ansible milestone folder and paste in the API key. While this is running, I will quickly go through the system architecture. We have three data source: Twitter data, which is a JSON file; milestone data, which will need to be harvested; the studio data, which is downloaded. All these three data was processed by Python with some open source packages like Beautiful Soup and NLTK to do the natural language processing step. After the data is processed, we feed that into the CouchDB database. Our CouchDB clusters has 3 nodes, which also span across 3 different instances. Each database in our CouchDB clusters also has 3 replicas with 8 shards. Then for the backend and the front-end part of our system, our backend stuff is based on the Flask, while our front end is based on the Streamlit. All our system is use Docker container to containerize. So if there is a single point failure, the recovery of the system should be easy and quick. Here is the MRC dashboard. As I mentioned before, we have 3 different instances handle the CouchDB cluster, one backend, one frontend. Note that both backend and frontend are all in the container, so it's also possible to deploy both frontend and backend in one instance, or it can also be deployed in all the other instances. There is one instance we set up just handle the milestone harvesters. As we are speaking, the Ansible playbook is trying to create Docker images and create the corresponding Docker containers to harvest the milestone data. Let's see how the Ansible work. As we can see, all work is done, and we can, on the milestone harvester instance, we can check. We have two containers which harvest milestone data. One aims for the Australia server, one aims to harvest the social server of the milestone. Both harvesters are in the container. It's also possible to add more harvesters just in the host variables mrc.yaml file. Add the new server name, new access token, and the new URL. It will create new containers, handle the harvest the new server of Mastodon. CouchDB part of the scalability, which is pretty similar to the previous one. We just need to add the instance name and the corresponding volumes, then run the shell file just like I demoed before.